Well, greetings. It is now week 4, and I apologize that I did not get this to you earlier. It was ready earlier, then I retaped it today. It is Wednesday of the week, midweek, and I really wanted to have something out at the beginning of the week, but Blackboard apparently was closed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And now I am back online. I've graded all of your work, and excellent work again. It's all back to you, so you should be able to check what I've sent. A couple of comments about this week. This is a pretty heavy week. You have 2 chapters, and they're kind of long. I did it that way so that you wouldn't have a chapter to read your final week of class when you're working on your presentations and on your papers. So let's take a look at these two chapters a little bit. The first one is on corporate social responsibility, and if you're in a company, you're probably involved in a corporate social responsibility program. It really asks the ethical question of does a corporation have a responsibility beyond making money? There's the essays that I'd like you to read by Friedman and Mackey that talk about that. Friedman, of course, argues the ethical point of view that it's not an ethics issue at all. It's simply a matter of a corporation has only one responsibility, and that's to make money in a legal way, and certainly not doing anything wrong, but to make money. Mackey from Whole Foods says that no corporation has a responsibility morally and ethically to give back. And that's a hot issue today in companies. Many companies have CSR programs primarily to show that they support their employees' personal interests, and whether it's involved in United Way or whatever that opportunity might be. And some of them do it because it's good advertising as well. That's not necessarily unethical, that's just good business. On the other hand, some would argue that those kind of activities take away from the core job of that company, which is namely to make or produce whatever service or product they make. The other issue this week is ethics in advertising, which I find to be a really fascinating one. I wrote a video for that, and you'll need to watch that lesson. Some people would say that advertising in its very nature is unethical because it's trying to coerce you to buy something you may or may not want. Others would argue that it's ethical. And that advertising is simply a means for an organization to tell you about what they have to offer, and you as a consumer can make that choice as to whether you want that or not. It's a good ethical argument. It's a good ethical discussion to have, and I hope you enjoy those 2 chapters. There's also a manager's hot seat this week, which talks about making a deal. And I'd like you to read that carefully. Note especially that there are prompts there to take a look at the code of ethics and also principles of ethical links. We'll look at that before you write your report on this piece. It's a fairly short video clip, but look it through the other information and then send me several paragraphs on your presentation with that. I hope your papers are going well and your projects are going well. I'm certainly again available to answer any questions had you had some. I would like to ask you to have one person in your group please send me just a rough outline of your presentation if you can by Saturday. I want to make sure that you're on it and you at least got some things down. My next week's message, which I will have out on Sunday, we'll talk about the presentation and kind of my expectations about that. So have a great week. There's lots to do. If you have questions, email me, and thanks for your hard work.